In 2014, a massive multimedia franchise began with a remarkably simple premise. You are Mike Schmidt, a night guard confined to a stationary security office at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, tasked with surviving the midnight to 6 a.m. shift. Survival requires managing strict mathematical resource depletion. Without interacting with doors, lights, or the camera monitor, the facility's power depletes by approximately 1% every 10 seconds. This chart shows the acceleration of power loss based on the number of simultaneous actions you take. A single action drains 1% of power every 5 seconds. 3 simultaneous actions drop that window to 2.5 seconds, forcing the player to weigh every movement against a dwindling battery. The animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, each operate on distinct algorithmic pathways. Players must balance tracking their movement across the building against the thermodynamic cost of keeping the cameras and security doors active. You are locked in a state of hypervigilance. The experience relies on a psychological trap of enforced helplessness within a fixed panoptic location. The corporate guide, Phone Guy, attributes the lethality of the robots to a free roaming mode designed to prevent their servos from locking up. Management frames their aggression as the result of safety protocols glitching, but the physical environment provides the rebuttal. Standard safety posters throughout the restaurant possess a rare probability of altering their textures, revealing fragments of a history the corporation attempted to scrub. This image displays a sequence of hidden newspaper clippings detailing the missing children incident. These reports track the luring of 5 children, the charging of a suspect, and the health department complaints regarding blood and mucus leaking from the mascots. The restless spirits of these children possess the machines, seeking vengeance against any adult they encounter. The company hid the evidence of these crimes in physical blind spots, areas where the digital camera seeds provide no protection. Solving the mystery requires looking past the provided surveillance and mentally descending into the hidden physical architecture of the building. By the third game, the wide office paradigm shifts. You are placed in a claustrophobic horror attraction set 30 years after the pizzeria's closure, where the infrastructure is constantly failing around you. Audio logs uncover the existence of a designated safe room in the original restaurants. This architectural anomaly was off-camera and unmapped in the animatronics' digital navigation systems. William Afton used this off-grid room to lure the children and conceal the evidence, without triggering corporate security protocols or arousing the suspicion of the wandering animatronics. He met his end inside this same blind spot. While hiding from the spirits in a spring lock suit, moisture tripped the internal locks, releasing high-tension machinery that crushed him and fused his corpse into the entity known as Springtrap. This scatterplot illustrates how oxygen deprivation from failing ventilation triggers hallucinatory phantom animatronics. Each phantom disables specific maintenance panels, audio, camera, or ventilation, creating a cascading vulnerability that allows Springtrap to breach the office. As the physical space tightens into vents and blind spots, the player transitions from a passive observer into a mechanic fighting to keep failing systems online. The series moves deeper underground in sister location, placing you in a subterranean distribution hub for a line of Funtime animatronics. Internal blueprints revealed the true purpose of models like Circus Baby and Funtime Freddy. These machines feature internal storage tanks and parental tracking technology engineered for the covert capture of children. This diagram outlines Remnant's life cycle. Extreme human trauma binds a soul to a metal endoskeleton. A mechanical excavator called the scooper extracts and injects this fluid. The animatronics use this device to amalgamate into a single entity, Ennard. The subterranean facility took isolated acts of violence and industrialized them into a calculated science of soul transference. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator hides its true nature behind a tycoon game facade, forcing the player into a claustrophobic maintenance loop in a tiny office. The restaurant architecture is a ruse, a labyrinthine trap constructed by Fazbear co-founder Henry Emily to gather all remaining possessed machines into one inescapable location. The final panel of this diagram highlights the physical vulnerability of Remnant. Its supernatural bond to metal is neutralized and severed through extreme thermal degradation. Henry locks the ventilation and sets the building ablaze, destroying Afton's physical body and liberating the trapped souls of the children. This conclusion weaponizes the very architecture of the building, turning a corporate prison into a furnace. Following the fire, the antagonist's soul was forced into a bespoke digital purgatory. In Ultimate Custom Night, the player must constantly manage over 50 simultaneous animatronic threats. It is an endless loop engineered by a vengeful spirit to keep its target teetering on the brink of death. In the modern VR era, an ancient AI program known as the Mimic 1 is shown replicating Afton's original atrocities as a digital virus. Whether trapped in a fiery vent, a digital purgatory, or replicated by synthetic AI, the horror of the franchise is the inescapable generational cycle of the trap itself.